For this video, we're going to look at making a character talk. Now, we've used the cat sprite for every video so far, so I'm going to right click and delete, and I'm going to get a person for this one. Now, if you remember back to the earlier video, we choose a new sprite in this middle folder section here. We can create one from scratch, or we can generate a random one, but we want to actually choose one. So I'm going to choose new sprite. These are the default saved ones. I want people, because I'm looking for a person. And in here you can really choose any one of these sprites that you like. It doesn't really matter what you choose. So I'm just going to grab this sprite here. Now what we're going to look at is how to create speech, talking bubbles. So I'm going to go to looks, and we're going to play around with the say and think, which are above the color one from the previous video. So I'm going to drag in all four of these control blocks. And you'll notice we have say hello for 2 seconds, think, and then think for 2 seconds. So obviously, if I double click on say hello, or single click, sorry, the character is simply just going to say what it says in that message box. If I click on the one underneath, it's going to display the message for a certain amount of time. So 2 seconds, and then it disappears. You can type in whatever message you want in here, and that is what will display. It's exactly the same for the think. The only difference is when we click on this, you'll notice for the talking that the text box is a speech box that comes out of the sprite, whereas the think box looks more like you're thinking. So you've got the cloud, the little circles coming out. So that's the difference between the two boxes. As always, you can play around with how you connect these. So I'm going to take my think and my say box, and I'm going to connect those. And I'm going to bring out another say box, another say box. So I'm going to say hello, how are you? And say hello, 1 second. How are 1 second, you 1 second, and then he's going to think after. Remember, this runs as a sequence. So when I run it, if you didn't see on the right, we'll do it again. When I click, it says hello, how are you, and then thinks for 2 seconds, and it all disappears. So it's going to run one after the other. So if I go back to my control blocks, I could have this set up to wait 1 second when we start. So I'm going to say delete this one, delete this one. I'm going to put over here when the green flag is clicked, wait 1 second, and I want this character to say hello for this amount of time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click hello, how are you, and then they're thinking Now, what you could do here is you could create conversations. So let's go back and grab another sprite. I'm going to grab another random person, and you will notice that the script has disappeared. And it's disappeared because in the bottom right hand corner, my script is for sprite 1, the character. So when I click between the two, I'll be able to toggle between which one I'm writing the script for. If I want to write the script for the stage, I click on the stage. So sprite 1 has a script we created, and now we want to tell sprite 2 to do something. So I'm going to say for sprite 2, control, when the green flag is clicked, I'm going to go to looks, and I want them to say, well actually we're going to want to wait first. So I'm going to go wait, and I have to think. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds of them talking. So I'm going to say wait 5 seconds, and then say hello, looks, I am good. So let's see how this goes. And we get a very basic conversation taking place. Now the reason I separated the is because I actually want backwards and forwards. So I'm going to go back here, I'm going to say wait, And so if you, once again, just click between the two, you've got Sprite 1 with his code, Sprite 2 with her code, and that's how we've set up a very simple, quick conversation between two characters.